Alright, what's going on, guys? And welcome back to another video here on the channel. It's your boy Runter, and today we're going to be talking about an absolutely crazy internet trend that's taken place on TikTok. So apparently some people have had the crazy notion to start cooking their chicken in NyQuil, of all things. I don't know what would prompt this, but apparently it's gotten super popular and super viral to the point where the FDA has taken notice of it, and they're acknowledging that it's unsafe to do so, and they're even telling people to just straight up not do this because it's very unsafe. And we're gonna hop into a video of this absolute master chef walking us through the process, and then we'll discuss.
I've done this in the past, and usually I use about 4/3 of the bottle. And if it's your first time doing this, you can get away with using about 1/5. Season that NyQuil in there just at the right temperature. You're going to want to let it sit there and sizzle for about, 5 to 30 minutes. Make sure you're constantly flipping over the chicken. You don't want to give one side more attention than the other. Oh, sometimes the steam really makes you sleepy. Woo. Oh, fuck. What you're looking for is that blue color right there. All right, then you can go ahead and turn it off. Ooh, yeah, that's steam, baby. Drain the unused right back into the NyQuil can, just like so. And boom, NyQuil chicken.
So, where the fuck do I even begin with this post here? So, a couple things that I thought of first is, first things first, what the fuck would prompt you to go ahead and start cooking raw chicken in NyQuil? I don't understand. The internet's a crazy place. We quite literally live in a world where people will do absolutely ridiculous shit just for the sake of doing it, it seems, because they'll tell you to do it, and then they'll just do it because someone told them to do so. There is no benefit to doing this, and I'm just really confused where this came from in the first place. And I also did a little bit of research on the topic, because if you watch the video right off the rip, you can see he pours a shit ton of that shit in. And I was curious, my first thought was, how much is maybe a lethal dose of this, or what's not even lethal, but what's the recommended dosage for NyQuil? So according to my findings on the internet, this could maybe be false, it is the internet, but from what I've found on the internet, it looks like, if you do a little bit of quick math, which I do not excel in, so correct me if I'm wrong here, but the internet was telling me that the recommended dosage should not exceed 30 milliliters. And so I kind of struggle with the measurements, from across the pond. I like a visual representation. I figure a lot of you guys do too. So to give you a little bit of context here, 30 milliliters is about 2 tablespoons, right? Can you picture a tablespoon in your head? Picture a tablespoon in your head. You've got 2 of them. That is the maximum recommended dose. This motherfucker doused that shit in NyQuil like he was pouring gasoline on a fire. And to me, that cannot be good for your health. If you want my personal opinion, I'm no doctor, but that definitely seems like that is not anywhere, close to being safe. Like I said, the FDA is literally coming out here on, the FDA's got a lot more important shit to do, I imagine, than monitor, idiots really on TikTok telling them not to cook their chicken in NyQuil. But, they've taken their valuable time, they're busy doing, whatever the hell it is they do, regulating food and drugs and whatnot to try and keep these idiots safe. And to me, honestly, if I'm the FDA, I'm just keeping my mouth shut, honestly. I'm going to kind of sit back, observe the situation and just see what these idiots can come up with. But, like I said, they're recommending it's not safe. So guys, just straight up, don't do this. Motherfucker said you can use 1/4 of the bottle. You can even get away with using 1/5. The fuck you can. Dude, this dude, just listen to the way he's talking to. Bro is straight up, he's off the lean. That's all I'm saying. He's, perky with the lean, got him slow, as Juice WRLD said. But, that's crazy. Bro doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Just the way he talks just sounds like he's super loopy. That should be all the indication you really need to know that this is not safe. He's talking about all the steam. That steam's getting to his fucking head. and it's like what, like a 45-second clip. Like, that's bizarre. And another thing that's really crazy is the fact that bro is acting like he's some sort of master chef. He goes, you let that sizzle anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes. Like, that's quite the fucking large window of time. Obviously you don't know what the fuck you're doing, culinary wise, safety wise. You're just, you don't know what the fuck's going on. You are lost in the sauce, my friend. And he's also talking about how you wanna have it have that blue color. Like, motherfucker, that shit turned blue the second it touched the NyQuil. Man, I can only imagine the health repercussions from this. I'm very curious, to go deeper, I guess, into what the FDA has to say about this. I'm sure they have a much better explanation than I do. I'm just saying, I'm just using my common sense here. I'm saying this shit can't be safe for you, but I'm sure the FDA has a more detailed description as to why it's not safe, and we'll actually dive into that a little bit too. So let's read what this article has to say about it. It actually cites some of the FDA representatives' thoughts on the whole situation, but it starts by saying, one social media trend relying on peer pressure is online video clips of people misusing non-prescription medications and encouraging viewers to do so too. The FDA wrote, quote, these video challenges, which often target youths, can harm people and even cause death. The trend challenges people to cook chicken in NyQuil or similar over-the-counter cough and cold medicines, according to the FDA. But boiling certain medications can be harmful to breathe, let alone eat, the agency warned. Boiling a medication can make it much more concentrated and change its properties in other ways, the FDA wrote. Even if you don't eat the chicken, inhaling the medication's vapors while cooking could cause high levels of drugs to enter your body. It could also hurt your lungs. I mean, this is like a totally different side rant for a totally another video, but TikTok just is an absolute cesspool for these awful challenges. And, you got people like me that, you have to take the high ground here, stand up and, speak out about these types of things. I just, again, can't believe that people are doing this, but TikTok is a real problem for these challenges. I'm really surprised that they haven't cracked down on these types of things, banned this kind of content from being made, because like the article said, you can literally cause a lot of damage. We're talking damage to your lungs, as they put it. This is like irreparable damages too. Once you damage your lungs, there's not a whole lot that you can do to correct that damage. You know what I'm saying? Like, the article is literally saying that you don't even have to eat this stuff to cause damage. Just enough damage can be caused by heating it up. They said that the whole concentration, you're quite literally changing the chemical properties of this drug. And from what I understand too, it sounds like it's basically intensifying the, I guess, not side effects, but like intensifying the properties of the drug, making it much more harmful. Like, it's obviously really bad to surpass the recommended dosage of NyQuil, but when you're heating it up too, I feel like they're saying that it exponentially causes damage. And so this is a really big concern. These kids need to stop following these TikTok trends. They're going to get themselves hurt. And a lot of the time, once you cause that damage, again, there's irreparable damage, and there's not a whole lot you can do out there. So guys, bottom line, just do not cook your chicken in NyQuil, please. That's all I ask. But that's pretty much it for the video. I know this was a trend that occurred a while back, but I guess it's resurfaced, and I had to do my due diligence to get all of my viewers, all of my subscribers to stop doing that if they were doing it. Nah, I know you guys are much smarter than that. I mean, you're watching this video, so I mean, come on. You must be big brains. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, maybe share it with a friend, like the video, of course, subscribe to the channel for more commentaries just like this. And until next time, guys, this is Runter. Well, honestly, catch me cooking my chicken in NyQuil. We're about to have a feast at my crib, if you know what I'm saying. Like, seriously, I just find it so crazy that, like, there will literally be, not only just like really impressionable kids, but just people, TikTok users in general, will see this video, realize how incompetent that young man was, and still heed his advice to cook their chicken in NyQuil. But so I'll reiterate once again, don't do this, guys. And when you save yourselves from eating this shit, don't ever say I didn't do anything for you. But this is Runter, and we'll catch you in the next one later.